Welcome to Principles of Design. The principles of design are ways in which artists organize elements to create compositions, and they include things like balance, contrast, dominance, emphasis, movement, proportion, repetition and rhythm, subordination, unity, and variety. Balance refers to a feeling of equality of weight, attention, or attraction of the various elements within a composition. Arranging elements so that no one part of a work overpowers or seems heavier than any other part achieves balance. And there's three different kinds: symmetrical, asymmetrical, and radial. Symmetrical balance means that both sides of the artwork, if split down the middle, appear to be the same. Asymmetrical indicates that the balance does not weigh equally on both sides. Radial balance means that it's equal in length from the middle. Contrast refers to the difference between or the opposition to various elements. Elements that conflict with one another, such as complementary colors or extremely light and dark values, are in contrast. Contrast creates interest and draws the eye to certain areas. Dominance is the emphasis of one aspect in relationship to all other aspects of a design. Emphasis: the stress placed on a single area of a work or unifying visual theme. Some ways to create emphasis include repetition, contrast, color, texture, and shape, size or scale, and positioning. Emphasis: special stress given to an element to make it stand out. Movement: the suggestion of action or direction, the path our eyes follow when we look at a work of art. Movement guides the viewer's eye through a work of art. Proportion is the relation of two things in size, number, amount, or degree. The measurement of size and quantity of art's elements. Ancient Egyptians, gods and political figures were larger than the common people. With the ancient Greeks, accurately proportioned sculptures of the human form were important. Renaissance artists recognized the connection between proportion and illusion of three-dimensional space. Proportion refers to the relative size and scale of the various elements in a design. Scale is the relative size from one object to another, and proportion is the relative size of the parts of the whole. Repetition and rhythm. Repetition is the act of duplicating an element either regularly or irregularly, resulting in a pattern of the elements. Repetition is recurring elements in a composition. Rhythm is the intentional, regular repetition of elements to create a pattern for effect. Subordination is making an element appear somewhat secondary or of lesser importance. Unity is a sense of wholeness accomplished when all parts work together in a composition. Wholeness through effective use of elements of art and principles of design. The arrangement of elements and principles to create a feeling of completeness. And components complement the key theme and serve a functional purpose within the design. Here's an example of unity. Variety is the combination of one or more elements to create interest, the quality or state of having different forms or types, the differences which give a design visual and conceptual interest, the use of contrast, alternating emphasis, and the difference in size and color all produce variety. Variety is the combination of one or more elements to create interest. Some resources to continue are Elements of Design and Principles through Wikipedia, and of course the VAPA Standards and Framework.